In a circular control structure, a corporation owns part of itself through indirect means, such as a subsidiary. Such structures are problematic because they enable management to entrench its power and muffle shareholders' votes. To guard against abuse, corporate law restricts a corporation from voting its own shares, even if held through indirect means. But what if the circular control structure falls outside of the statutory ban? In Speiser v. Baker, the court faces a creative structure that doesn't fall cleanly within the statute's voting restriction. The facts are complicated, but the issue boils down to control of Health-Chem, a publicly traded corporation, which we'll call Chem. The owners of a subsidiary, Health-Med, which we'll call Med, were Marvin Speiser and Leon Baker. Each owned 50% of Med's common stock and were its only directors. Med owned 42% of the stock of Chem, a publicly traded corporation. Chem's other owners included the public, which owned 40%, Speiser, who owned 10%, and Baker, who owned 8%. Chem owned Medallion, which in turn owned 95% of Med's equity in the form of convertible preferred stock. In its current form, Chem, through Medallion, had 9% of Med's vote. However, if converted, the Chem shares would carry 95% of Med's voting power, and if the shares were converted, Delaware law would bar Med from voting its Chem stock. The structure enabled Speiser and Baker to entrench their control over Chem. They had a falling out, and Baker refused to attend Med's shareholder meetings. Without Baker, Speiser couldn't establish a quorum. Speiser sued Baker in the Court of Chancery to force an annual meeting. Baker argued that no meeting should be convened because Speiser would take control of Med in contravention of Speiser's fiduciary duties. Further, Baker counterclaimed for a declaratory judgment that Med was barred from voting its Chem stock. Speiser moved for judgment on the pleadings on his claim and to dismiss Baker's counterclaim.